I laughed when he asked me out, then he walked away and took my whole life with him. I was standing in the chemistry lab with smoke curling off my notebook when he calmly threw a fire blanket over it and saved me from getting kicked out on day one. Everyone laughed. He didn't. He just looked at me and said, maybe I should handle the flames from now on. That's how it started. I'm a female narrator, and for 2 years, Evan was my lab partner, my safety net, my quiet constant. Every Tuesday and Thursday after school, he stayed an extra hour in the lab with me while everyone else went home. He'd lean over the table, sketching ridiculous cartoon molecules with faces and arms. If carbon had feelings, he'd joke, tapping the paper. This is how it would bond. When I couldn't understand stoichiometry, he slid a coffee across the table and said, okay, forget numbers. Think sugar packets and creamers. He never sighed, never rolled his eyes. When I got frustrated, he'd just say, you're getting there, and start again from a different angle. Sophomore year finals, I pulled a 94%. When the teacher read it out loud, Evan actually shot up from his chair. Yes, he whispered, shouted, fist clenched, before the teacher snapped, sit down. Evan had a 98%, but he was grinning at me like I just cured cancer. Junior year, AP Chemistry. First day back, he was waiting by my locker holding an iced caramel coffee with extra ice. My exact order. He remembered. After class, he cleared his throat and said, hey, do you want to grab real coffee after school? Not, you know, cafeteria coffee. I started rambling about quizzes, but he cut me off, rubbing the back of his neck. I wasn't thinking studying. I was thinking, a date. I laughed. Not a nervous chuckle. I laughed for a full 5 seconds. Evan, you're like a brother to me. You know that. His face went blank. The coffee just dangled from his hand. Right, he said quietly. Yeah, that makes sense. He set the cup on top of my locker and walked away. I told myself it was fine. 2 years of friendship doesn't just disappear. The next Tuesday, he wasn't in the library. I texted him at 3:47 p.m., fingers tapping fast. Asterisk, you coming? Quiz Friday. Asterisk, 6 hours later, my phone buzzed. I think you'll be fine on your own. That Friday, I stared at equilibrium constants like they were written in another language. I guessed on 4 questions. Got a 61%. Evan sat 3 seats away, eyes forward, like I didn't exist. That's when the real bombshell dropped. The next quiz was a 58%. I tried to ask him a question before class. He slipped his headphones on and said, ask the teacher. At lunch, I sat next to him. He stood up and moved tables. Wednesday night, I texted, asterisk, I'm sorry about how I reacted. Can we at least be friends? Asterisk, left on read. In 3 weeks, I went from a top student to nearly failing. 2 months in, I saw him at the downtown coffee shop with Maya from our class. She's effortlessly brilliant, never studies. They were in the corner booth, her head thrown back in a real laugh. When they left, she paid for his drink and squeezed his arm. Evan smiled at her the same way he used to smile at me when I finally solved a problem. I went home and scrolled through our old messages. 2 years of good luck. You've got this. Proud of you. A dumb periodic table meme he sent at 11 p.m. before finals to calm my nerves. I cried so hard my chest hurt. Last week, I caught him by his car after school. Evan, I'm sorry, I said, voice shaking. I didn't realize. I didn't understand my own feelings. He cut me off, jaw tight. I made it obvious for 2 years. I'm not your tutor. I'm not your friend. I'm done being the guy you only notice when you need something. He got in his car and drove away. My AP Chem grade is a 54%. My mom says, find a new study partner. But I don't want a new one. I want the guy who believed in me before I believed in myself. Last week, Maya posted a homecoming photo. Evan was wearing a blue tie. Blue was always his favorite color. I used to know that. So tell me, did I just lose my grades? Or did I throw away the one person who actually loved me because I was too blind to see it?